Conforama. Paris Saint-Germain looking to extend their remarkable run at the start of the season. A perfect record for them of 14 wins from 14, 42 points already. And they are 13 points clear at the top of the table. Montpellier in second. Lyon are third, a point back from Montpellier. Well, both these clubs enjoyed European wins in midweek. Bordeaux saw off Slavia Prague 2-0. They've got slight hopes of going through in the Europa League. And altogether, more flamboyant result for Paris Saint-Germain as they beat Liverpool 2-1 at the Parc des Princes. And that means that matters are in the hands of Thiago Silva and his teammates when PSG go to Red Star Belgrade on the final match day. Thomas Tuchel's challenge is to keep his men fresh for that vitally important game. And there has been some rotation this evening. We'll get onto the team news in a second after having a look at the results so far this weekend, including Lille 2, Lyon 2 yesterday. Strasbourg 4-1 winners at Rennes earlier today. 0-0 OM against Reims, and the pressure building on Rudy Garcia. Bordeaux in 11th place in the table on 17 points. They've not won any of their last 5 encounters. They have been a bit unlucky in that run, and it did Eric Bedouet and Ricardo's side a lot of good to get a positive result on Thursday. Major changes made to the Girondins starting lineup compared to 3 days ago, as you would expect. Benoit Costil, the Bordeaux goalkeeper and captain. And in front of him, he'll have the same defence that did begin against Slavia Prague. Everyone else in the team has been changed compared to Thursday. So in front of Costil, the back four of Palencia, Koundé, Pablo and Sabali. Yunus Sankare will play in the number 10 role. The player who started out on PSG's books as a PSG youth product. Big night for Sankare. Jimmy Briand, the veteran, is up front. Youssouf Sabaly, the fullback, is another ex-PSG man, like Sankare. Jimmy Briand has got just a couple of goals so far in the league for Bordeaux. He's now 33 years old. The tall Andreas Cornelius is on the bench. There's a lot of pace out wide with Francois Camenot and Yann Caramo. As you can see there, no wins in their last 5 in the league. And a look at the starting 11. The same back four as in the 2-0 win over Slavia Prague on Thursday. Very faint hopes for Bordeaux of qualifying for the knockout stages of the Europa League. So Costil in goal, Palencia, Koundé, Pablo, the Brazilian international, and Sabali. The back four. Otavio has had his Bordeaux career relaunched since Gustavo Poyet left. Eric Bedouet, the official coach, with Ricardo back at the club. Camenot, Sankare and Caramo, and then Briand up front. The veteran Yaroslav Plashil adding some steel in midfield. Alphonse Areola is in goal today. It's not Buffon. One of 4 changes made by Thomas Tuchel. Areola, Dani Alves, Stanley Nsoki and Julian Draxler are all in. Buffon, Kimpembe, Verratti and the club's record scorer Edinson Cavani on the bench. Adrien Rabiot doesn't even make the match day squad here. Thiago Silva was outstanding against Liverpool during the week. Right back to his best. There was a strong school of thought that this would be a game that would see Mbappe and Neymar rested after they were pressed back into service against Liverpool following injuries sustained on international duty. But both of them do start this evening, as does Angel Di Maria. Cavani on the bench, along with Verratti, Kimpembe and Buffon. Thomas Meunier still absent for personal reasons after a family bereavement. "14 wins out of 14 in the league under Thomas Tuchel. Absolutely remarkable form, and now back on course for European qualification. PSG have swept all before them so far this season in the French domestic game, scoring 46 goals in those 14 matches. Winning 14 in a row at the start of the season is the best start of any club in the 5 major European leagues in history. Thomas Tuchel was hailed as the best coach in the world by his president Nasser Al-Khelaifi after the win against Liverpool. He has already shown his tactical flexibility since coming into PSG. It looks like 3 at the back this evening, with Marquinhos in midfield, Juan Bernat and Dani Alves in the wing-back roles. Bernat, who scored the opening goal against Liverpool. He'd also scored against Napoli, the former Bayern Munich man. Neymar, Mbappe and Angel Di Maria, the attacking trident. We are Paris. What are you going to do about it? One of the banners there in the travelling section. No one's been able to do anything about them in Ligue 1 Conforama so far this season. Paris Saint-Germain 13 points clear at the top, with the potential to boost that to 16. Montpellier are in second in the league. Benoit Costil knows he could be in for a busy evening here, up against the likes of Neymar, Mbappe and Di Maria. Bordeaux have a horrible recent record against PSG, just 1 win in the last 14 meetings. Edinson Cavani, the club record scorer, on the bench for Paris Saint-Germain. He has netted 180 times for the capital club. The Matmut Atlantique, quite a picture this evening for the big game. Bordeaux against Paris Saint-Germain, the runaway leaders. Bordeaux under new ownership, with Joe de Grossa taking over. And the American investment fund, General American Capital Partners, Frédéric Longuepay, is going to be the new president after leaving his job with the Paris 2024 Olympics organisers. He used to work for PSG. You can see Ricardo in the background there, brought back into Bordeaux. Mbappe talking to one of the mascots. It's quite some tifo that they have there, the Bordeaux Ultras. Thiago Silva waiting patiently in the players' tunnel. He was brilliant against Liverpool on Wednesday evening. Good to see Dani Alves starting again after his injury problems. He's been worked back in slowly by Thomas Tuchel. My name's David Cross, and your commentator for Bordeaux against Paris Saint-Germain. Neymar and Mbappe start as PSG look to make it 15 straight wins at the start of the Ligue 1 Conforama season. They are bidding to boost their lead at the top of the table to a remarkable 16 points after 15 games. Paris Saint-Germain with the dominant hand against Bordeaux in recent meetings, just 1 defeat in the last 14. That was back in March 2015 at Bordeaux's old ground, the Stade Chaban-Delmas. that Atlantique was built in time to be one of the host venues for Euro 2016. Bordeaux and Paris Saint-Germain both enjoyed European victories in midweek. PSG's Champions League fate in their own hands now after beating Liverpool. They go to Red Star Belgrade on December the 11th on the final match day. Bordeaux, having beaten Slavia Prague 2-0, have faint hopes of qualifying for the knockout stage of the Europa League. The back four and the goalkeeper all started against Slavia Prague, but Eric Bedouet and Ricardo have changed the entire front six as Bordeaux seek to arrest a run of form that has seen them fail to win any of their last 5 league encounters. There's lots of pace out wide with Camino and Caramo, while Sankare, as a Paris Saint-Germain youth product, has extra reason to want to shine this evening. Frank Schneider is tonight's referee. Thiago Silva and Benoit Costil are the 2 captains. There's a look into the VAR room. Edinson Cavani, Paris Saint-Germain's all-time record scorer, is on the bench this evening. Adrien Rabiot hasn't even been named in the 18. Thomas Tuchel making 4 changes to the side that started against Liverpool. Different tactics too, with 3 at the back tonight. Marquinhos did often drop back from midfield to form 3 at the back on Wednesday evening against the Reds. Kehrer, Thiago Silva and Nsocki, the back 3. Alves and Bernat providing the width. Julian Draxler into the team alongside Marquinhos. Mbappe and Neymar do start. There was a school of thought that they would be rested, having worked so hard against Liverpool after being injured on international duty. It was necessary for them to play in that game. Mbappe says his shoulder problem does need some managing. He sustained that against Edinson Cavani's Uruguay, playing for the 2018 world champions France. After the ceremonial kickoff, it will soon be time for the real thing. A broad smile on Kylian Mbappe's face. Mbappe, Neymar and Di Maria, the front 3 for PSG tonight, as they look to add to the 46 Ligue 1 Conforama goals they have already plundered this season. Can Paris Saint-Germain make it 15 straight wins at the start of the campaign? Can they move into a 16-point lead at the top? Those are the questions to be answered over the 90 minutes here as they take on Bordeaux, who haven't won any of their last 5 in the league. Bordeaux with only 1 win in their last 14 meetings with Paris Saint-Germain. That was in March 2015 at their old ground, the Stade Chaban-Delmas. Both of these clubs enjoyed good European wins in the week. Paris Saint-Germain beating Liverpool 2-1 at the Parc des Princes. Neymar was on the score sheet there, but he's just lost the ball. Neymar returning from an injury sustained playing for Brazil to face the Reds. Kylian Mbappe was injured playing for France against Edinson Cavani's Uruguay. Caramo. Marquinhos playing in midfield again this evening, showing his versatility. It's not his preferred position. Adrien Rabiot out of favour at the minute, out of contract at the end of the season, not even in the squad today. Marco Verratti is on the bench. Marquinhos to young Stanley Nsocki. Neymar dropping very deep to get onto the ball. He'll look to utilise Mbappe's pace. Those two have a very good understanding. Mbappe operating in the central role tonight. Thiago Silva in the middle of the three centre halves, and Socki to his left, Kehrer to his right. Kehrer has really hit his stride now, the 22-year-old German, after a difficult beginning to life in the capital, following his €37 million move from Schalke. He looks far more assured now than he did in his first few games. Neymar. Out wide to Bernat, who scored the opening goal against Liverpool. He also struck against Napoli. Draxler. Bernat. He scored with his right foot against Liverpool. Caramo. Koundé. Up to Jimmy Brion, the 33-year-old forward. Neymar. Prominent in the early exchanges. He's been dispossessed by Otavio, his fellow Brazilian. Thiago Silva covering round. Bordeaux will try to harness the pace of Caramo and Camano. Mbappe. Immediately, several Bordeaux players around him, including the veteran Plachil. Sankare touching it off to Sabali, another former Paris Saint-Germain man. Camano without a goal in any of his last 5 in the league after scoring 7 in his first 9 games. Neymar. And straight into his opponent Plachil. Caramo. Support from Palencia. And now Otavio to Sankare, maybe a shooting opportunity. He didn't pull the trigger. Just wonder whether Sankare could have got a strike away there. There were white shirts in between him and Alphonse Areola's goal. Then he elected to try to play the ball to Jimmy Brion, and it didn't come off. Kehrer. Draxler. Mistake by Socki. You may have seen that Neymar was adjusting his kit. I don't think it was an injury problem. He was just sorting out his clothing. Trick from him inside his own half. Nothing as extravagant as what he attempted at the end of the Liverpool game against Xherdan Shaqiri. Mbappe fouls his man, fouls the newly capped Brazilian international Pablo. The nutmeg by Neymar, cheeky on Plachil. Verratti on the bench tonight. He could have been sent off against Liverpool. He should have been sent off. Jurgen Klopp was furious. Palencia. Caramo. Neymar dispossessed fairly, according to Frank Schneider. Otavio, and Socki has slipped. So, mistakes all round there. Otavio was not a favourite of Gus Poyet, who left Bordeaux earlier this season. Bernat. Socki nearly giving it away to Camano. Dani Alves. And Socki. Draxler. Draxler has convinced Thomas Tuchel that he can fill that midfield role. At the start of the season, he was only being considered for an attacking position. There's a lot of competition for places up front. And Edinson Cavani has found out tonight, being left on the bench. Lachille. Foul on Youssef Sabali. Sabali, the PSG youth product. He was loaned out to Evian for a couple of seasons, then Nantes, then Bordeaux. Made the switch permanent to Bordeaux in 2017. He's become a Senegalese international since joining Les Girondins definitively. Koundé, only 20 years old. He's come up through the youth ranks, a highly promising player. Mbappe's flick, there's Lachille. Calm authority from the 36-year-old Czech. Sankare. Briand. Caramo, Bordeaux could be in here. Yann Caramo tries to find Briand, and that allows Thiago Silva to play it to safety. Well, the threat is there from Bordeaux. They need to make better decisions and have more confidence in themselves. Caramo has scored a couple of times for Les Girondins. He's on loan from Inter Milan. Valencia's cross takes a deflection and it sits there for Briand, and Areola having to make a save. Flicked up off Bernat, and Briand really attacked it. Got up above two defenders, Kehrer and Thiago Silva, and made that ball his. Mansaki to Bernat. Warm evening for early December in the southwest, 15 degrees at kickoff. See, Thomas Tuchel is lightly attired. Mbappe, that was all he could do there. Was that just hydration, or did he take a painkiller there, Neymar? Hard to tell from our pictures. Eric Bedouet, the Bordeaux coach. Ricardo also sits on the bench. Eric Bedouet does all of the media duties. Ricardo officially the general manager at Bordeaux. We've seen a few slips. There's been some rain around. And, it must be a bit greasy out there. Palencia. Neymar snapping at his heels. Here's Caramo. Bordeaux retained possession. Caramo got a kick for his trouble. Areola. Now PSG will play it out so that Caramo can get attention. Soki on Caramo. Clear contact. Samuel Kalou is on the Bordeaux bench. They need to make the change. There's Ricardo. The ex-PSG coach, of course, between 96 and 98. His first spell at Bordeaux was between 05 and 07. Thiago Silva. Eric Bedouet and Ricardo using Sankare in the number 10 position to get support up to Briand. Sankare likes competing for things in the air, likes breaking forward. A few visibility issues now after some objects have been thrown towards the pitch from the Bordeaux Ultras section. Mariola standing right at the edge of his area. Have to wait for this to clear a bit. As Tuchel has a chat with Neymar during this break, this unscheduled break. Bordeaux have been competitive in the football we've seen so far. Kera. Thiago Silva goes long. Bernat. Nicely done by the Spaniard. Neymar. Valencia wins it off him. Caramo looks to be moving freely enough. They do not want to give Neymar time on the ball in the final third. Neymar on 10 league goals this season, one behind Kylian Mbappe, who is the joint top scorer in the entire division, along with Emiliano Sala of Nantes. Possibility here for PSG with Draxler. Di Maria, he's been quiet so far. Neymar hits the outside. Palencia goes to ground. Might sit up for Mbappe. It doesn't sit up for Mbappe. Change of direction. So difficult to defend against. That is Plachil's role, to help out Pablo Anjoul Koundé. As the great Gigi Buffon looks on. Watching brief for him today, the 40-year-old. Still trying to win the Champions League. Draxler. Be a PSG ball. Only victories for Thomas Tuchel in the league as Paris Saint-Germain coach so far. Di Maria chasing hard, but like Mbappe a few minutes ago, the best he can do is give Bordeaux a throw. Paris Saint-Germain trying to stretch Bordeaux, trying to get in behind. Marquinhos. There's Pablo. Dani Alves. Palencia to Caramo. The first time ball to Sankare. Not a good pass by Sankare. You can see the intent there, though, from Bordeaux to try to break quickly. 1-2 touch football. Otavio. Sabali. Koundé. Sabali. Kamano, who was working hard to get outside Sabali there. Now he does get the ball. Away from Dani Alves. He's got pace, does Kamano. Running up a blind alley there, though. Draxler concedes the corner. That's the pressure from Bordeaux. Kamano, 22 years old. He's a direct player. He's already scored some beauties this season. No goals in any of his last 5 outings. So a set piece to defend for Alphonse Areola and for Paris Saint-Germain. Sankare's height is an asset. Towards the penalty spot and dealt with well by PSG. Bernat. Thiago Silva was really pumped up against Liverpool. We saw him exhort the crowd to make even more noise. He revelled in his important defensive interventions. It was a terrific performance from El Monstro. He's got a second ball to try to win here. He might have given Mbappe a nudge. Not enough to attract the attention of the referee Schneider. Here's Marquinhos making the burst. And it comes off Pablo on its way through to Costil. Great run by Marquinhos. Not used to seeing him that far forward in open play. Credit to Bordeaux, they have restricted Paris Saint-Germain's fluency. Paris Saint-Germain yet to have a serious goal attempt. This a side that has scored 46 goals in 14 games before tonight in the league. Di Maria. Dani Alves trying to thread one through for Neymar. It was the right idea. One Brazilian attempting to find another. Valencia. Koundé uses his keeper Costil. Taken down well by Caramo. He tries the diagonal ball for Kamano. Lovely ball too. Kamano can cut in and curl them into the top corner. Play continues with Plachil, who can hit them with either foot. Many in the Bordeaux crowd wanted the free kick there. Schneider sensed that there was an opportunity for Bordeaux, let them play on. Caramo. Kamano again. Kamano shoots. Areola had it covered. Good stuff from Bordeaux. Kamano growing into the game as he looks to add to his 7 goals for the season. Kamano has shown that he's got the beating of Kehrer. Thiago Silva. Neymar showing for it. Dani Alves to Marquinhos. Fouled by Camino this time. Mbappe. Thiago Silva. Plachil, touched off by Sankare. Camino to Caramo. Now Palencia joining the attack. Bordeaux visibly growing in confidence. That was a simple ball, and Palencia knew it, hence the reaction. 22-year-old Sergi Palencia, on loan from Barcelona. He's a Spanish under-21 international. PSG just a bit static. Draxler for Mbappe. Won by Otavio. Not been Mbappe's night so far. Di Maria to Neymar. Draxler, so elegant on the ball. Bordeaux shutting down the space, making life hard for PSG stars. Di Maria was surrounded. Neymar tried the ambitious ball. He was behind Di Maria. Difficult for those players to find space so far. Camino. It's a 4-on-3 here. Briand. Not the best pass from the veteran. Caramo is still free. Caramo tried to drive it across the face. It was blocked. Neymar. Control off the thigh. Mbappe. Pablo got very tight to him. Pablo fouled him. Three attempts for Bordeaux, none yet for Paris Saint-Germain, with 26 minutes gone at the Matmut Atlantique. Remember that before this game, Bordeaux on 17 points, Paris Saint-Germain on 42 out of 42. There is a gulf between these two clubs. Caramo, he's in the mood for it, a chance to shine against the leaders, against the champions on primetime TV. Caramo, great run. Again, the final ball just lacking. Camino did everything he could to turn it into a decent pass. That was exciting from Caramo. Real test of Marquinhos' freshness there after that game, that sapping game against Liverpool on Wednesday. Kehrer. Neymar. No options in front of him. Draxler. A little bit of space for Bernat. Not a great cross from Bernat. PSG lacking Cavani's presence in the box tonight for those sorts of crosses. Cavani on the bench, the club record scorer. There is a midweek round in France. PSG will go to Strasbourg, and then next week they'll take on Montpellier at the Parc des Princes. That before going to Red Star Belgrade for that critical Champions League match. Bordeaux will host Saint-Etienne, then go to Angers, then go to Copenhagen in the Europa League. Draxler. Achille forcing him back towards his own goal. Draxler has to play the back pass to Areola. Bordeaux trying to stop PSG getting out here. Again, Briand doing the harrying. Unsocki. Bernat loses it to Valencia. The crowd reveling in this. You certainly cannot fault the commitment of the Bordeaux players or their tactical discipline so far. That was calm defending from Pablo. Koundé. This is where PSG might be dangerous. Neymar. Di Maria with the chance, and he's put it wide. It's Paris Saint-Germain's first attempt. It was a glorious opportunity for Angel Di Maria. After Otavio lost the ball in midfield, Neymar picked out his fellow South American. And with his weaker right foot, Di Maria wasting the chance. He's got 3 in the league this season. Should have tucked that away. Bordeaux close to undoing all their good work in the first half hour, with possession conceded cheaply and needlessly in their own third by Otavio, who has to put that moment behind him now. Sabali for Kamanu. Out came the hand of Kehrer into the face of the Ghanaian. And the first yellow card of the encounter is brandished the way of the German, Thilo Kehrer. Don't think you can have many complaints about that. This is a third yellow card of the season. wiggle between Neymar and Psg. That was man-to-man marking. Karamo will take the free kick. Karamo into the front post. Will PSG have to send for the cavalry off the bench in order to win this game? Wouldn't be the first time this season. Remember Mbappe at Marseille, having been left out of the starting 11 following his late arrival to a team meeting. Dani Alves, chance for Neymar, and he scores. Paris Saint-Germain have the lead. Neymar's 11th of the season. He's the joint top scorer in the division now, along with his clubmate Mbappe and Salah of Nantes. And that's the quality that PSG possess. The world's most expensive player has given them the lead at the Matmut Atlantique, and they are heading for their 15th straight win at the start of the season. Quite a choreography between the two Brazilians there, Dani Alves and Neymar. Angel Di Maria had just missed Paris Saint-Germain's only chance of the half so far. The movement far better here. Dani Alves picking out the unmarked Neymar. It's the first time that Bordeaux have really been caught out like that. Slick football from Paris Saint-Germain. How intentional was that finish? It was tucked away at the near post. Flash past Costil before he knew what was happening. Playing it into the ground. Dani Alves, influential. Well, we're looking at an offside decision here with the VAR room. Kylian Mbappe standing in front of the ball, and he looked to be offside. Was he affecting play? Dani Alves with the assist for his first start of the season after injury. Confirmation that we are having a look at it in the VAR room. Mbappe and Neymar look relaxed about the outcome. Will Neymar have his 11th of the season chalked off? Well, Bordeaux were on the wrong end of VAR decisions against Dijon in week 14. 2 goals disallowed on VAR evidence. Now the referee, Frank Schneider, is going to have a look at it himself. Dani Alves disbelieving. Well, is there enough there to overturn the decision? Mbappe did have a flick at the ball. He did look to be marginally offside. What will Frank Schneider decide, having looked at the pictures himself? There's very little in it, is there? We are sticking with the decision. Bordeaux 0, Paris Saint-Germain 1. The process was lengthy, but I think they've just about got that one right. The decision upheld, and PSG do have the lead. Sankare to Briand. Sabali. What a blow for Bordeaux. They must feel that VAR is totally against them. The whole process there must have taken a good 4 minutes or so. The goal credited to Neymar in the 34th minute, and the clock already read 38 by the time we got going again. And that wasn't just because of Neymar and Dani Alves' dancing. Soki. Valencia will use Costil. Pablo. Given away by Plachil. Neymar for the pace of Mbappe. Koundé was stretching. Mbappe still going. He turned into trouble. He had Di Maria arriving at pace to his left, and he didn't know it. Look at the ground that Di Maria made. Dani Alves. Kera is going to have to watch his step. The only player cautioned in the first half. Neymar. Oh, Mbappe let it run. Draxler. Neymar static. That's well left by Neymar for Mbappe. Mbappe back to Neymar. He's onside. Trying to make it two. No, he's offside. I thought he had just beaten the flag. Mbappe and Neymar on each other's wavelength. Mbappe knew exactly what Neymar was doing there. Just had to release it a bit earlier than he did. In the end, Neymar was a good metre or more off. Caramo. Caramo felt he was fouled, which Schneider did not agree. A single attempt on target each in this game. Paris Saint-Germain leading by a goal to nil. Aiming to record their customary victory against Bordeaux. Eight wins, 5 draws and 1 loss for PSG against Bordeaux in the last 14 meetings. Bordeaux, should they fail to win tonight, will have their longest winless sequence since February to April, when they also went 6 without a win. Dani Alves. Great for Dani Alves to get minutes under his belt. He'll be wanting to compete for a starting berth in the critical game at Red Star Belgrade on December the 11th. There will be plenty of added time in between the brief hold-up with the smoke and then the VAR decision. And Cavani alongside Eric Choupo-Moting on the bench. Kera. Ball lost by Neymar. Valencia. Sliding challenge and winning it back very cleanly there, Draxler. Space for Mbappe, has Neymar to his left. Thinks about going right, does go right to Di Maria. Sabali was wise to the first touch of the Argentinian. Dani Alves. A few openings like that Paris Saint-Germain have not exploited to the hilt. Far too much space for Mbappe there. Di Maria wanted to touch it past the defender and then shoot. 3 added minutes have been signalled. Thomas Tuchel will be satisfied with the scoreline, but not entirely satisfied with the display tonight. Di Maria, Neymar. Paris Saint-Germain trying something clever off that free kick. First minute of added time. Oh, like a push by Dani Alves. Sabali. Di Maria. Bordeaux are starting to get cut open now. Neymar, the chest control. Can he finish it off? Neymar gets another bite of the cherry. And the shot is blocked. Benoit Costil's goal now living a charmed life. The block by Palencia. Neymar driving one in. Seconds remaining in the opening period at Matmut Atlantique. And Soki to Draxler. Neymar. Round the corner for Bernat. He pulls it back. Chance for Di Maria. Oh, how has that stayed out? Dani Alves. Neymar. Great skill. Neymar appealing for a penalty. Bordeaux can counter. Paris Saint-Germain cut in two. What a minute of play. It's a 4-on-3 for Bordeaux. beIN forced wide. Can't get the crossover. And the decision goes against beIN. Foul on Silva. Neymar still down at the other end. Bernat, lovely pull back there. Di Maria hit the post. Mbappe couldn't turn it in. And what about this? The skill from Neymar. The lunge was by Jules Koundé. Neymar's looking for the contact. An uncontrolled lunge, though, by Koundé, very risky. Quick feet. Sublime talent. And he was superb against Liverpool on Wednesday as well, wasn't he, Neymar?
Right.
Half-time whistle has been blown as Di Maria gets some treatment. Looks like a shoulder. Not too dissimilar to Mbappe against Uruguay.
Ouais, effectivement, pour voir un petit peu là. C'est une bonne mi-temps de la part de votre équipe.
Let's hear from Yann Caramo
vous êtes mené
now.
à 0, alors que ce que vous faites, c'est cohérent, c'est très très cohérent face à Paris.
Ouais, exact. On a essayé de mettre notre jeu en place.
We wanted to play our way.
Je pense qu'on joue très très bien.
And I think we're playing very well.
Il faut mettre les occasions au fond, ce qu'on fait pas, et surtout pour en prendre un deuxième.
We need to put our chances away and not concede a second.
On peut en mettre et on peut en prendre. Donc c'est vrai que c'est un match.
We can score goals, but they could have scored more as well.
C'est une bonne équipe en face.
We're against a very good team.
Donc voilà.
Il va s'en passer des choses encore.
Je pense.
Bravo en tout cas, merci.
Yeah, I think more will happen in the second half.
Ouais, effectivement, pour voir un petit peu. On disait avec les Bordelais, c'est de bonnes premières mi-temps. Vous menez à 0 dans un match qui est un bon match, C'est un vrai match de football.
Oui, c'est un bon match
Yeah,
face à une très belle équipe de Bordeaux.
Against a very good Bordeaux side, says Stanley Nsoki.
Maintenant, je pense que nous aussi, on est correctement rentrés dans notre match, même si parfois on se complique un peu la tâche.
I think sometimes we made it overcomplicated for ourselves.
Et pour l'instant, à la mi-temps, c'est un très bon résultat.
Ils vous font travailler,
That's a very good result at half-time.
Ils vous obligent à défendre.
Oui, ils posent beaucoup de problèmes avec les attaquants qui proposent pas mal de choses dans la verticalité. Voilà,
They've got attackers that are causing us problems. They're proposing things vertically on the
Votre
pitch.
contenu offensif, ça se passe plutôt bien. On sent que ça commence à arriver. Vous jouez du court, vous jouez long, vous contrez bien. Il y a de bonnes solutions.
Oui, voilà, on monte en régime. Après, avec
We did
la qualité
improve
qu'on a
as the
devant,
half went on, and we've got quality.
On va dire c'est plus évident, mais voilà, le match il n'est pas fini et il faut rester
The
concentré.
match isn't over and we need to stay focused.
95e.
Merci, c'est cool. Merci.
Neymar, the fastest player to 30 Ligue 1 Conforama goals in the last 45 seasons. He needed only 32 games to reach that mark. A phenomenal scoring rate from the Brazilian superstar. Well, not much goalmouth incident in the first half hour, and then plenty of excitement contained in the last 15 minutes with Di Maria missing his chance, Neymar scoring, the VAR review. There was an offside goal for Neymar. He had a shot blocked, and then Di Maria hit the post. Bordeaux 0, Paris Saint-Germain 1 at the half. Let's have a look at the first half highlights. The first attempt on goal was actually by Bordeaux, as Palencia's cross deflected off Bernat, and beIN wanted it more than the two defenders, made sure he beat Kera and Thiago Silva to the high ball. Ricardo, the general manager there. Camino was very lively for a spell of about 15 minutes, and he drove one wide. Trying to end his goal drought. He's gone 5 without a goal. He scored Scored 7 in his first 9 of the season. Neymar setting up the chance for Di Maria. Poor finish. Costa was protecting his near post, so if this had been on target, it would have been a goal. And then the Brazilian connection doing the trick for Paris Saint-Germain. Neymar taking up that unmarked position around the penalty spot. Plachil on his heels. Dani Alves crossing in his first start since returning from injury and setting up the goal for Neymar, his 11th of the season. The decision maintained after a VAR review, which was about whether Mbappe was offside or not at the moment that Neymar struck. Neymar level with Mbappe and Salah, now at the top of the Ligue 1 Conforama scoring chart. Very good football from Paris Saint-Germain. They were more fluent as the half wore on. Good run from Bernat. He pulled it back for Di Maria, whose shot hit the post and Mbappe couldn't turn it in. Do join us for the second half. Welcome back to our coverage from the Matmut Atlantique half-time scoreline. Bordeaux 0, Paris Saint-Germain 1. Neymar on 34 minutes, a decision upheld after a look at VAR by Frank Schneider. Question mark was over an Mbappe offside potentially after Neymar played the shot into the ground and past Benoit Costil. So PSG on course for that incredible 15th straight win at the start of the season. On course for a 16-point advantage at the top of the table over Montpellier. Bordeaux have not scored in 2.5 home games now, and after scoring 16 in their previous 7 home games. They have threatened, especially in the middle parts of the half through Camino and Caramo, but PSG got better and better as the half wore on. Angel Di Maria hit the post on the stroke of half-time. He was having extensive treatment as the half-time whistle sounded. It looked like a shoulder problem, so we'll keep an eye out to see whether he reappears for the second half or not. He plays every match under Thomas Tuchel. Eric Bedouet and Ricardo there. Bordeaux out earlier than Paris Saint-Germain. Marquinhos operating in midfield tonight again. And here comes Neymar, the man who made the breakthrough. PSG booed back on by the Bordeaux fans. Can Le Girondin find a way past that man, Alphonse Areola? Bordeaux, after applying Bedouet and Ricardo's tactical plan very well for half an hour, started affording the PSG attackers more space in the last 15 minutes. That's something that Bordeaux will need to correct if they stand any chance of getting something out of this game. Kylian Mbappe kicks off the second half. The leaders, Paris Saint-Germain, a goal up at Bordeaux thanks to Neymar. Set up by Dani Alves, an assist for Dani Alves on his first start of the season after injury. And here he is, the veteran. Kehrer, he was booked in the first half, had a few dicey moments against Camino. Some for Nsocki too, on the other side against Caramo. Areola. Camino. Challenged by Dani Alves. Mbappe. Lovely return ball to him by Neymar. Di Maria is out there, so whatever attention he got from the physios did work. Dani Alves. Marquinhos to Draxler. They're withdrawing everyone behind the ball. Furthest forward players only about 40 metres out from goal. Younes Sankare. Mbappe. Hit that pass that was intended for Neymar. Caramo. And Soki. Otavio. Marquinhos filling in there for Nsoki. No time on Meunier again for PSG tonight after a family bereavement. Plachil. Now Sabali. Headed behind by Nsoki, who says he didn't get the call. Pablo up from the back. It's taken short. It was intended to be hit with greater elevation. PSG not clearing their lines, and that was Koundé with the shot. Camano. Shot takes a deflection. Cross takes a deflection rather. Now it's Plachil with a shot. And again, said he could shoot with either foot. There was the demonstration of it from the veteran Czech. Sabali. The PSG youth product Sabali. His turn to scuff across, and still PSG don't clear. Plachil, the shot blocked. One-on-one when Kylian Mbappe is bearing down on you, you've got to be absolutely sure of what you're doing, and Otavio was there. This last couple of minutes from Bordeaux, lifting the home crowd. Sabali. It's a pass back. Paris Saint-Germain needed a reminder that they are still in a match. Bordeaux have provided it to them there. That sustained pressure. Found by Sankare, who's clearly playing further forward, practically on the same line as Jimmy Briand now. Repeated Paris Saint-Germain blocks. The last one there by Thiago Silva from Plachil. Dani Alves. Pablo with time. Pablo went off to Corinthians on loan. Many did not expect him to come back to Bordeaux, but he's a vital member of the first team. He's only the best defender in Brazil. He played for Corinthians, winning the title. Palencia. That will be a throw. Caramo to Palencia. Strong run. Neymar taking on Plachil, who has a hold of his arm. This was good from Palencia. Plachil using all his experience on Neymar to make sure the Brazilian didn't get away down the left flank. jumped into Dani Alves. Bernat. Kera. Kamano. Chance for Karamo. Needed more composure there, the young man. Really bright opening to the second period from the Girondins. Space for Karamo, picked out by Kamano. Valencia. Karamo. Pulls it back for Sankara, he leaves it for Briand, and Bordeaux are level, and they deserve that for their performance at the start of the second half. Jimmy Briand equalises. Thomas Tuchel is livid. What a calm finish that was by the 33-year-old Jimmy Briand. His third league goal for Bordeaux. Lots of credit has to go to Yann Karamo. Great run. That was a clever leave by Sankara, the PSG youth product. And calmly slotted past Areola. Neymar's goal cancelled out by Briand. PSG just let their standards drop at the start of the second period while Bordeaux improved. Dani Alves. Will it soon be time for Tuchel to turn to the likes of Cavani and Verratti? No Adrien Rabiot in the matchday squad tonight. Tavio looking for Karamo. He's hurting them with his direct play. Soki. Paris Saint-Germain captain Thiago Silva. A lot of movement in white shirts in front of the ball carrier at the moment. Well, it's not Edinson Cavani who is stripped off and preparing to come on. It is Eric Choupo-Moting. Tuchel worked with him at Mainz earlier in their careers. Choupo-Moting made an appearance off the bench against Liverpool. He's got one league goal to his name. Was that it from Neymar? A grimace as he rolled the ball out of play. He has scored, going on to 30 Ligue 1 goals for his career, the fastest man to that mark in the last 45 years. It's only taken him 32 matches. Straight off down the tunnel, Neymar. And the medical team will be in hot pursuit. And Eric Choupo-Moting is on. Not Cavani, it is Choupo-Moting who has been sent on by Thomas Tuchel. Choupo-Moting now playing ahead of Mbappe. Camano. Valencia. Run by Briand. Get it across to Sankare. That was important from Marquinhos on Camano. Briand shoots. Well wide from the former Lyon man. Worth a hit, especially already having scored one. Decent goalkeeping from the ball boy there. I'm sure Buffon was impressed by that. Fouled by Camano on Kera. Marquinhos. Pressing from Otavio. Flicked wide by Marquinhos to Bernat. Tuchel will want to see more creativity from his fellow German Draxler in midfield. He's been rather anonymous this evening. One of the elegance that you habitually associate with Draxler's play. Two Spaniards over there in Palencia and Bernat. Cavani still with a watching brief for now. Choupo-Moting. Smart turn from the big man. The cross towards Dani Alves. And Camano did enough. Thiago Silva. The transition's so important to Bordeaux as they try to break at pace when they do reclaim possession. Dani Alves. Headed behind by Koundé. Koundé was given his chance by Gus Poyet last season and has never looked back. Di Maria. Oh, that's dangerous. All the way across the face of goal. How did no one get a touch on this? Bernat. Mbappe. Bernat needed to pull that back. Dani Alves. What Choupo-Moting will offer is a bigger aerial threat. He's over 1.90 m tall. Dani Alves towards Choupo-Moting, just over his head. Cameroonian international. A smile from Eric Bedouet. He'll be really happy with his team's display. Can Bordeaux become the first team to beat PSG in the league since Rennes at the end of last season? Briand. Sankare wants to play the shot into himself. Clear foul by Palencia on Draxler, so that's got to be a booking. Massive tug of the shirt. And the Spanish under-21s international into the book. His fourth yellow of the season. He's been booked in 3 consecutive games now. We are going to see Marco Verratti. Could have been sent off against Liverpool. The Italians' passing range will surely help Paris Saint-Germain to try to break down this Bordeaux team. Dani Alves for Mbappe. That is authoritative play from Pablo. Tavio having to stretch. Kera. Dani Alves. Oh, superb from Camino, and he's away. You won't catch him. Caramo making the run down the middle. Camino goes wider. He's played it a touch too wide for Briand, but Bordeaux still have possession, even if some of the momentum has gone from this attack, and PSG have got shirts back. Caramo. Briand on the move. Socki read that. Now space for Choupo-Moting. Di Maria was screaming for it. Mbappe tries to get it across to the Argentinian. That's one end of the pitch to the other. Being allowed 20 or 30 metres to carry the ball at either end. Camino needs support. Tried a very difficult pass there, intended for Younes Sankare. Same story at the other end. Carry the ball, try and create something. A one-on-one now for Mbappe, and he tucks it away. 12th of the season, he immediately asks to be substituted. Well, this is worrying for PSG. Neymar's already gone off with what looked like a groin complaint, and Mbappe, as soon as he hit that shot, he knew that something was wrong. It could be the hamstring. Well, with that game at Red Star Belgrade coming up in only 9 days, they need their superstars to be able to play. Hope for Mbappe and PSG that it's just cramp, that it's not a hamstring problem. He did immediately ask to be changed. You do not want to leave that much space for Kylian Mbappe. Everyone knows that. Found by Draxler. One touch to control, one to blast it past Costil, and he's out on his own as top scorer in Ligue 1 Conforama again with 12. Bordeaux made that too easy for Paris Saint-Germain. Walking back round towards the halfway line. There's no point taking any chances with him. As Verratti is going to come on. Dani Alves has managed more than an hour on his first start since a long-term knee injury. Placed by the Italian central midfielder. We'll keep a close eye on how PSG reorganise and on the state of health of that man, Kylian Mbappe. Being played onside clearly by Jules Koundé. And Mbappe is back on, so maybe it was just cramp. Caramo. I have to say that Bordeaux were guilty of being a touch naive in the passage of play preceding the goal, but nearly managing an instant reply. Dangerous cross by Caramo. Marquinhos could have turned that into his own net. Marquinhos dropped into a more conventional back four now. Plasil's work is done. 68 largely good minutes from the 36-year-old Czech, even if he was at fault letting Neymar escape for the opening goal. Draxler. Won by Briand. The shot by Caramo just over the bar. And it's an attacking change that has been made by Bordeaux with Kalu, the Nigerian, on. He's exciting. Caramo getting it out of his feet and lots of power in that attempt. Mbappe was the nearest Paris Saint-Germain player to him. Caramo with the back heel. Play continues. Marquinhos is at centre half now. There's been some riposte from Bordeaux after conceding the second goal. They keep flying at Paris Saint-Germain with Kalu on as well. Motoring forward. So too Di Maria. Gets it onto his left. Di Maria, oh, off the bar. He's hit post and bar now. The attempted finish, a bit reminiscent of that majestic goal against Napoli in the Champions League. I'm sure he was convinced that was going in. Goal attempts for Bordeaux, 7 for PSG. PSG lead 2-1. They're on course for their 15th straight win at the start of the season. They're on course to be 16 points clear at the top of the Ligue 1 Conforama table. Kehrer now operating at right back. Draxler. PSG ball. It looks as though PSG have actually kept with the three centre halves. Kehrer now in the Dani Alves role as the right-sided wing back. Di Maria. For Choupo-Moting, there's Pablo. In from Verratti. Thiago Silva. Choupo-Moting to Kera. Good pass into Verratti. Camano. Sergi Palencia off, Maxime Punje on. Punje a left back. Expect Youssef Sabali to swap sides. He's versatile, can play both full-back positions. He's worked hard, but has been booked. Kera. And Soki. Draxler. Thiago Silva. Verratti. Choupo-Moting. Kera. It's wild. Quizzical look from Kylian Mbappe towards Thilo Kehrer after that. Sabali has indeed gone out to the right-hand side. He's got Kalu in front of him. That's a lovely first ball out of defence, isn't it? Breaking through the lines. Di Maria. Taken down by Sabali. Sankare playing deeper now. Alongside Ottavio. Patient build-up from Bordeaux. Sabali. Karamo. Choupo-Moting. Mbappe, the scorer of PSG's second. Tuchel has shown he's not afraid of the big decisions in his short time to date at Paris Saint-Germain, especially when he removed Rabiot and Mbappe from the starting lineup at Marseille in the Classique for being late to the team meeting. Karamo. Fouled by Verratti. Will he get his customary booking? Indeed he will. third yellow of the season for Marco Verratti. He just refuses to go out of his game, that side. In pain. Caramo is going to be subbed. It's going to be the big forward, Andreas Cornelius, coming on for him. Big Dane. Pity to see Caramo's night end early. Been exciting. Cornelius will provide a different challenge. Only to 93 tall, weighs in at over 90 kilos. He's got just one league and Conforama goal so far. Kalu. He's been given his goal kick, much to Bordeaux's consternation. Kalu. Otavio. Cornelius chests it down well. Marquinhos doing enough recovering after threatening to have been taken out of play by Cornelius's excellent first touch. Couldn't get the shot in because of that Marquinhos recovery. Kalu. Punje. There's a half chance there. Flag might already have gone up. The referee right to give nothing there, I think. It's Kalu dribbling and looking for something. Kera. Di Maria. He's hit the post, he's hit the bar. Passes to Choupo-Moting. Choupo-Moting! It opened up for him to strike. He remains stuck on one league goal for his new club. Really not far away. Christopher Nkunku, midfielder, is going to come on for the last few minutes to replace Angel Di Maria. Di Maria missed Paris Saint-Germain's first big chance, hit the post, hit the bar. It's the youth product, Christopher Nkunku, who is on, the 21-year-old. Choupo-Moting might be in here. Has he been brought down? Tries to round Koundé, loses his balance. He was seen as a surprising choice by Paris Saint-Germain. Tuchel, having worked with him before, knew what he wanted. Sabali. Another foul by Verratti. PSG asking the question, was it a penalty? No recourse to VAR on that one. Pablo got something on the ball. Did Costil trip Choupo-Moting? That's the bigger question. Mbappe running freely to the alert after scoring. Neymar substituted and he went straight down the tunnel. I haven't seen any pictures of him having re-emerged towards the end of the game. Kalou. Punje. Punje crosses. Cornelius, great header. And Bordeaux have a second equalizer. Areola got a hand to it, but not a firm enough one. The big Dane, Cornelius, came on for the injured Caramo. And that is a proper centre-forwards goal. Great cross from the left by Maxime Punje, his fellow sub. And Cornelius has his second league goal for his new club. Having got so much onto the ball, Areola will feel he should have tipped that round, I fancy. Cornelius attacking it, really well-placed header. But that is a bit of an error from Alphonse Areola. Cornelius beating Thiago Silva in the air, and Areola has to keep that out. It gets worse for the goalkeeper with repeated viewing. Bordeaux 2, PSG 2. Fascinating how Thomas Tuchel has been rotating his two goalkeepers, the French international Areola and the great Buffon. You'd expect Buffon to be in goal at Red Star Belgrade since he's returned from his Champions League suspension. He has played all of the Champions League games. Nasser Al-Khelaifi next to Joe de Grosse. One rather happier than the other at the moment. Cornelius on loan from Atalanta. There is an option to buy in that deal at €8 million. What a fascinating denouement we are going to have here. 5 minutes plus added time to go. Edinson Cavani cannot be brought on to salvage this situation as PSG have used their subs. Kehrer. Choupo-Moting stands it up. It's over Mbappe. Bordeaux fancy this. Kalou. Kalou for Cornelius, and Kalou's carried on his run. And he's found by Cornelius. And there's a misunderstanding between Kalou and Sankare. PSG look disorganised. Sabali. It'd be worth getting more crosses in after that Cornelius goal. Test out Areola's fragile confidence after that mistake. It's wide from Sankare. Possession conceded too cheaply by Nkunku, who got quite a stare from his captain Thiago Silva. I do feel that Areola is more liable to make a mistake than Buffon, despite Buffon being 40. Moreira does have all the attributes of a modern top keeper. He's very athletic. Marquinhos. Camano. Confidence from Punji, but they do not want to lose the ball in that part of the field. Don't want to lose Camano, having already seen Karamo go off injured. It's the follow through from Nkunku. There's the Cornelius goal again. Bordeaux have made all three substitutions. One substitute crossing for another. Cornelius, who knew exactly where he wanted to place that header. Contrasting emotions. The president, Nasser Al-Khelaifi, the owner, Joe de Grossa, who is running the club on a day-to-day basis until the former PSG number 3, Frederic Longuepay, takes over at the start of the year. PSG scoring with both of their attempts on target. 4 attempts on target for Bordeaux. Of course, Di Maria hitting a post and bar don't count as attempts on target. Cornelius has pulled away to the back post, and Marquinhos wins an important header. The giant Dane has made an impact. Kalu. Are Bordeaux going to be the team to end Paris Saint-Germain's 100% record in the league this season? Verratti. Choupo-Moting to Bernat. Draxler. Draxler to the outside. It's taken a couple of deflections, and that's a good reaction stop by Costil in the end. That would have been a heartbreaker for Bordeaux if there'd been a freak own goal. Into the near post, flicked on, chance for Choupo-Moting. Didn't go directly for goal. He's been involved, as Choupo-Moting. Just the one deflection off Sabali, and good stop that by Costil. Into added time. 3 minutes added on at the end of the game. Cornelius. This is a blueprint for Bordeaux for how they need to try to play through to the end of the season. They may not get their first win in 6, but they have performed very well this evening. Enjoyed a little bit of luck on the way with the post and bar for Di Maria. But Bordeaux themselves will feel that they've had enough opportunities to potentially have won this game. Briand over hit from the man who scored Bordeaux's first equaliser. Cavani didn't get onto the pitch. So as it stands, the PSG lead at the top will be 14 points. And their 100% record will end at 14 matches. Bordeaux will stay 11th with the point. 5 points above the bottom three. A fair way back from the European runners and riders. Briand. Camano. Just seconds remaining. Camano trying to win a corner. Doesn't manage it. It's been a thriller at the Matmut Atlantique. And Soki. Draxler. Verratti. And Kunku. Is there time for one last attack for Bordeaux? Cornelius. Can't get it to Camano. And there is the final whistle. And it's celebrated like a victory by the Bordeaux faithful. They're now 6 without a win, but they have played well today to end Paris Saint-Germain's 100% record. Bordeaux 2, Paris Saint-Germain 2. PSG twice in front and twice pegged back. First by Jimmy Briand and then by Andreas Cornelius. The PSG goals from Neymar and Mbappe. Neymar went off injured. Mbappe asked to be substituted immediately after scoring, but in the end was fine to play the full 90. Cavani didn't even get on. And PSG have dropped points for the first time in 2018-2019 in Ligue 1 Conforama. This is not a sensation that Kehrer or Tuchel have had in French football, not winning a league game. Mbappe going over to applaud the fans. Cornelius deserving of the applause from the crowd. Few glum faces there on the PSG players, including Stanley and Soki. They've conceded twice. They've failed to win. It's nice for Caramo. Verratti inquiring as to his welfare.
Ouais, Faison, tout cela. Ouais, énorme, énorme. Tu es énorme tout le temps maintenant. Tu es un monstre. Tu veux t'habiller? Tu veux que je t'aide peut-être? Ah.
Let's hear from Marquinhos now.
C'est pas bien. Ah les gars. Ah, on arrive. Ça va Marquis sinon? Ça va, c'est un bon match de foot. Hein. Ouais. Déçu du 2-2, mais à côté de ça, c'est bien que Bordeaux, ils aillent vous pousser un petit peu comme ça. Hein.
Oui, c'est vrai. On sait qu'ils ont une bonne équipe.
We know that they've got a good team.
C'est une équipe qu'on respecte beaucoup à chaque fois qu'on vient ici.
We respect them a lot whenever we play them, whenever we come here.
C'est une équipe costaud.
They're always tough games. They're a strong team.
Très bien. Ils nous ont difficulté le match. Bon, on a essayé de mettre un maximum d'engagement, de marquer des buts.
Put a lot of effort into it.
on a manqué un peu sur le réalisme
We
devant. Et
didn't
je
take
crois
our
que
chances,
l'équipe de Bordeaux, il a su profiter de ces occasions qu'ils ont eues.
and they made the most of the ones that they had.
Je pense que voilà, c'est mérité. Bordeaux, il a fait le match qu'il fallait. Ils ont
I
essayé
think they
les
played
coups. Nous, on a essayé de
the
jouer.
right game that they needed to,
d'être
and
agressif.
they deserved the
Je
draw.
pense que le 2-2, c'est mérité.
C'est une vraie analyse de foot, ça. Hein. Ah, et puis il fallait bien que vous perdiez des points un jour ou l'autre quand même. Ça arrive.
Non,
Ça arrive.
non.
Je voulais pas.
Je voulais pas. Pas que moi, mais mon équipe aussi. On est venu ici pour chercher cette 15e victoire.
We really wanted to get the 15th win.
Ça se passe pas toujours comme on veut. Et après,
It doesn't always happen like
le
that.
maximum de points et pour être champion là-bas devant, c'est le
We
plus
want to
important.
get as many points as we can and end up as champions.
Moi aussi, je crois qu'on verra mieux. Ça a été trop vite. Sur la perte des balles, peut-être qu'il a essayé de freiner ou accélérer. On verra mieux qu'est-ce que ça va donner.
We'll see what's going on with the injury scare.
On a besoin de lui.
Merci.
We need him, of course.
J'avais froid, je m'excuse si tu as la grippe, c'est de ma faute. Hein. D'accord. Ça va, Jimmy, tu as marqué
Let's
une
hear
superbe.
from Brion now.
Tu as fait une performance extraordinaire, un peu comme ton équipe ce soir. Hein.
Ouais, je pense que secrètement on rêvait de les faire tomber. Mais voilà,
I think secretly we wanted to beat them.
Et être la première équipe à leur prendre des points, ça peut être une fierté. Et je
But
pense qu'il
being the
faut
first
s'appuyer sur ce
team to
match
take points off them should make us proud.
pour continuer à remonter en haut.
C'est vrai qu'on
And
a
we need
vraiment
to
senti
keep
qu'on leur
climbing
avait
the
posé des
table
problèmes
now.
sur le plan défensif, le plan offensif, le pressing au milieu. C'était vraiment le match tactique complet. Vous l'avez bien préparé. Hein.
Ouais, on l'a bien préparé et
Yeah, we
on a
prepared for
respecté
it really
exactement ce que
well.
le coach nous avait demandé de faire. Et on a mis l'agressivité nécessaire et on
We
sait que
did what the coach asked us to do, and we
qu'ils
played
aiment
with
pas
the
ça.
right
Donc,
amount of aggression.
Voilà, on est passé pas loin d'un exploit, mais
We weren't
on a
far
fait
off
un
an
très gros
exploit.
match. Avec ce magnifique public, on peut grimper.
Sur le plan personnel, tu as 43 ans, tu en es à ton combien, 88e but. Non, mais c'est ça, tu n'arrêtes pas de marquer des buts finalement. C'est beau aussi. Hein.
Là, ça faisait un moment que j'avais pas marqué, donc
hadn't scored for a
je pense
while.
qu'il n'y avait pas meilleur soir pour retrouver le chemin des
I don't
filets.
think there was a
Voilà,
better
j'ai
time
pensé
to
pour
get
ma
the
femme,
goal.
mes enfants qui m'ont soutenu dans ce moment et voilà, j'espère que ça repartit maintenant.
I
En
hope
tout cas, c'est un
it's
régal chaque fois que tu vois jouer. Hein.
getting
C'est
going
gentil.
again now.
Merci, Jim, merci.
Well, PSG was 60% of the possession, but only half the number of shots of Bordeaux. Let's have a look at the goals again then. Paris Saint-Germain opening the scoring in the 34th minute. Dani Alves teeing up Neymar for his 11th of the season. There was a VAR review of that, and it did stand. The equalizer, Jimmy Brion in the 54th minute. And then Draxler setting up Kylian Mbappe. PSG in front for the second time in the 66th minute. Mbappe didn't come off in the end. And then subs combining Punjay for Cornelius, and Ariola not covering himself in glory as it's finished 2-2, and Bordeaux have become the first team to take points off Paris Saint-Germain this Liga and Conforama season. Lots of goals about on week 15 there, and we've got a midweek round coming up. Paris Saint-Germain will go to Strasbourg. Bordeaux are at home to Saint-Etienne. PSG with a 14-point lead. They could have gone 16 clear. Bordeaux are 11th in the table. Many thanks for watching in our company, and we'll see you again very, very soon for more Ligue 1 football. Bye for now.